So, isn't the world of organic chemistry interesting, mesmerizing? Isn't it right? But the biggest problem out here in organic chemistry is that the compounds are not related, nor it is stopping like, okay fine, we have discovered 5 million now, let us stop. Because daily, every day more compounds are coming up, because it is so fascinating world, because just you break one bond, another heteroatom attaches, a different property, a different unique characteristic, everything becomes change from the parent hydrocarbon. So it fascinates a lot. So people, the scientists, they are just keep on working on it. So now the biggest problem that is faced, how do we name them and how do we remember the name of so many compounds, right? So in the year 1957, a meeting was organized of International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So it was in the year 1957, a meeting was organized by International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, and in that it was discussed the few basic rules, how to name the organic compounds. Now you must have observed, and we have discussed a few, like when I said that single bond will be ane, double bond will be ene, right? And again, if it is one carbon, it will be meth. If it is two carbons, it will be eth. And if it is three, then it will be prop. So different set of rules were formulated in that particular meeting, and now we are going to discuss those rules which will help you to name and identify these organic compounds. Now I will request you, open your book, physical science book, page number 137. Here, IUPAC nomenclature of simple organic compounds. So for your syllabus, it is just simple organic compounds. Now when in 11th you pick up your chemistry as a subject, then you will get the complex compound IUPAC naming. Now it is very basic and very simple. If you have listened to the videos very carefully, we have discussed few of them. Now I will read each point and then explain it to you. So, in which year IUPAC was held, these rules were formulated, this scheme was formulated in the year 1957. The International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry proposed a scheme for giving systematic names to carbon compounds. So the first point says, point number 1, the number of carbon atoms in a compound has to be identified. A compound having one carbon is indicated by meth. A compound having two carbon atom is indicated by eth, and 3 by prop. So whenever we have a chain, suppose like this, now identify the number of, first thing that you have to do, you have to identify the number of carbons in the chain. So here it is what? 1 carbon, here it is what? 2, and here it is what? 3. So what is the basic naming? They said if there is 1 carbon, then it will be called as what? Meth, and then other things will be attached. 2 carbon, then it will be called as eth. 3, prop. If it is 4, then it will be called as but. If it is 5, pent, and so on, right? So what does the first rule say? Identify the number of carbons. If it is 1, then it will be meth. If it is 2, then eth, and if it is 3, then prop, and 4 for but, and so on. Now the second thing, identification of bond. So what is the first rule? First rule says to identify number of carbons in the chain. Second, identify the bond. We have already discussed that if it is a single, then the name is given as what? Ane. If it is double, the name is given ene, and if it is triple, the name is given ine. So suppose two carbons are there, then what is the name of the two carbon? Eth. So it becomes ethane, ethene and ethyne. Am I clear? So first, number of carbons. Second, to identify the bond. A saturated, and now I am reading it out, a saturated hydrocarbon containing a single bond is indicated by using the suffix. If you see where I am putting, at the end of the name. So this is suffix part. A compound having one carbon atom is indicated by using meth. A compound having two is indicated by eth. Right, and 3 by prop. Similarly, if it is the bond, then single bond is given the name suffix as ane. For example, the first 4 member of homologous series. Now if you remember, there was the homologous series we have drawn under aliphatic. How many homologous series were there? 3. Single, double and triple, right? So for example, the first 4. Now if here it is, so पहला कार्बन का क्या नाम है? Meth, then eth, then prop, then but. एक मेंबर होमोलोगस सीरीज सिंगल है तो क्या आ जाएगा पीछे? एन, मीथेन, इथेन, प्रोपेन, ब्यूटेन, राइट? सिमिलरली यहाँ पे एल्कीन में सिंगल कार्बन नहीं होता, डबल से शुरू होता है, तो एथ क्या हो जाएगा? प्लस इन, प्रोप प्लस इन, बुट प्लस इन. तो होमोलोगस फैमिली में क्या जुड़ गया? नंबर ऑफ कार्बन प्लस द डबल बॉन्ड इन. सिमिलरली ट्रिपल क्या है? आइन. यहाँ पे भी मेथ नहीं होता, एथ से शुरू होता है. एथ प्लस आइन, prop plus ine, but plus ine, right? Clear? Ethene का common name क्या है? What is the common name of ethene? Ethylene. What is the common name of ethyne? Acetylene. You have to remember these things. These are all objective questions, right? So point number 2, identify the bond, and accordingly homologous family will get the name. First single bond ane, double will get ene, and triple will get ine. Excuse me. Third, if the carbon compound is unsaturated, then the suffix name is given what? Ane in the carbon chain. Then third is first identify and then name. So second step is to identify the bond, and then the third step is giving the name. So if it is single, you will give the suffix ane. If it is double, then you will give the suffix ene, and if it is triple, you will give the suffix ine. Now what is the fourth step? Look into your books, please. In case of saturated hydrocarbon having branch chain or having the functional group in branches, then the longest chain of carbon atom in the structure to be found. So suppose if it is saturated, so which group is saturated? This first member belongs to the saturated group. Single bond belongs to the saturated. And these two belong to unsaturated. Yes or no? Correct. So what does the fourth step says? It is for the saturated hydrocarbons that you have to identify the longest chain. Now suppose I am taking example of this. Suppose this. Now, can you give me the name of this? How many carbon are there? 1, 2, 3. Very good. तो क्या नाम होगा? Prop. कौन सा बॉन्ड है? चेक करो. सिंगल. सिंगल होने से क्या देना है? एन. राइट. और फंक्शनल ग्रुप क्या है? ब्रोमो. हैलोजन. तो यानी कि पहले नाम आएगा ब्रोमो. कौन से पोजीशन पे है? चाहे 1, 2, 3 ऐसे जाओ, चाहे 1, 2, 3 ऐसे आओ. नंबर क्या मिल रहा है? इधर 2 ही मिल रहा है. सो व्हाट इज द नेम? 2-bromopropane. So if I take 2-bromopropane, what I have to do? It is saturated. As it is saturated, so the first thing I have to do, identify the number of carbons out here. कितने कार्बन है लॉन्गेस्ट चेन में? कितने कार्बन है? 3. अगर 3 है तो मुझे क्या नाम देना पड़ेगा? प्रॉप. सो दिस इज व्हाट इट इज सेइंग. इन केस ऑफ सैचुरेटेड हाइड्रोकार्बन हैविंग ब्रांच चेन, और सपोज अगर इसका ब्रांच नहीं भी था, इसको मिटा दो, लंबा चेन. देन ऑल्सो लाइक सपोज आई टेक ब्यूटेन. व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला ऑफ ब्यूटेन? C4H10. कितना हुआ? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. सपोज दिस इज ब्रांच एंड दिस इज अनब्रांच, राइट. सो यहाँ पे देखो, लंबा चेन काउंट करो कार्बन का. 1, 2, 3, 4. दिस इज व्हाट इट इज सेइंग, दैट वेदर इट इज ब्रांच्ड और इट इज अनब्रांच्ड, what you have to do, the first thing, identify the carbon in the long chain. Why do we do this? So that we can give the name of the parent hydrocarbon. Then the longest chain of carbon atom in the structure is to be found, and the compound is the derivative of what? Alkane. Why alkane? Because it is saturated. वही तो बोल रहे हैं कि अगर ये सिंगल है तो A तो लगा, और नंबर ऑफ कार्बन फाइंड करने का मतलब क्या है? उसको मेन जो इसका नाम है, ये जो मेन नाम है ना, ये देने का. सो वी हैव टू व्हाट? नंबर द कार्बन atoms in the chain. तो नंबरिंग करने का क्या उद्देश्य है? What is the main reason behind that we have to name the number the carbons in the long straight chain or maybe the branch chain, so that we can assign the main basic name to the hydrocarbon. Is it clear? Right. So what is point number 4? Number the carbon atoms in the chain. Now let us discuss point number 5. So what is the point number 5 saying? The carbon of the longest carbon chain are numbered in such a way that the substitute gets the lowest possible number. Like पहले भी हमने एक एग्जाम्पल किया था 1-bromopropane. If you remember when we were discussing the isomerism, right? So propane, bromopropane, propane का फॉर्मूला क्या है? नहीं पता. C3, फटाफट निकालो. प्रोपेन 6, 7, 8. ब्रोमो, तो यानी कि एक ब्रोमीन अटैच हो रहा है, तो यानी कि किसकी जगह होगा? 7 एक कम हो गया, तो उसका फॉर्मूला क्या था? C3H7Br. अब हमारे को चेन ऐसे बनाना है कि ये जो एल्काइल ग्रुप और जो भी फंक्शनल ग्रुप अटैच है उसको हमेशा छोटा नंबर मिलना चाहिए. हमेशा जो फंक्शनल ग्रुप है, एल्काइल ग्रुप है. एल्काइल ग्रुप कौन सा होता है? लाइक मीथेन में जब एक हाइड्रोजन कम हो जाएगा, ये है मीथेन, और ये क्या बन गया? मिथाइल. ये कौन सा ग्रुप हो गया? एल्काइल. तो एल्काइल ग्रुप कौन सा ग्रुप होता है? जब भी एक हाइड्रोजन एटम क्या होता है? पेरेंट हाइड्रोकार्बन से कम होता है, उसको हम लोग एल्काइल ग्रुप कहते हैं, राइट? सो मीथेन का मिथाइल ग्रुप, इथाइल ग्रुप, कोई भी एल्काइल ग्रुप, उसको नंबर क्या मिलना चाहिए? सबसे छोटा। या फिर जो भी फंक्शनल ग्रुप होगा उसको नंबर कैसा मिलना चाहिए? सबसे छोटा। तो अब नंबरिंग करें। कितने कार्बन? 1 2 3 7, 3 3 6 7, राइट, 3 3 6 7 हो गया। एक अटैच है। अब अगर आप यहाँ पे नहीं, यहाँ पे अटैच कर रहे हो, यहाँ पे करते हैं, यहाँ पे करने से तो 2 ही हो जाएगा, इक्वल पड़ जाएगा, राइट। अब देखो 1 2 3। अब अगर मैंने ऐसे नेमिंग कर दिया तो इसका नाम क्या पड़ेगा? कौन से पोजीशन पे अटैच है? 3 ब्रोमो प्रोपेन। अकॉर्डिंग टू IUPAC ये नाम क्या है? गलत। क्यों? क्योंकि ये फंक्शनल ग्रुप है तो इसका नंबरिंग क्या होना चाहिए? छोटा। तो 3 की जगह इसको क्या नंबर मिलना चाहिए? 1 2 और यहाँ पे 3। तो करेक्ट नाम क्या होगा? 1 ब्रोमो प्रोपेन। ये करेक्ट है अकॉर्डिंग टू IUPAC नेमिंग। तो अकॉर्डिंग टू IUPAC नेमिंग अगर फंक्शनल ग्रुप अटैच है कहीं पे भी या अल्काइल ग्रुप अटैच है कहीं पे भी, दे शुड गेट द लोएस्ट नंबर, राइट। सो 5th point, what does it say? Alkyl or functional group should get the least number. Am I clear? Okay. Now let us move on to the point number 6. Position of the substitute is indicated by writing the number of carbon atom which it is attached. So what does it mean? Just now क्या करना है? नंबर लीस्ट देना है और जब भी नाम लिखना है, जैसे हमने इसका नाम लिखा था तो क्या नाम देना है? कौन से पोजीशन पे है? 1। तो हमारे को ये 1 ब्रोमो प्रोपेन लिखना पड़ेगा। क्या करना पड़ेगा? 1 ब्रोमो लिखना पड़ेगा। सिर्फ देने से नहीं होगा, यू हैव टू मेंशन दिस नंबर। So what happens with mentioning this number? When we mention this number, whenever we just look at the name, हमें क्विकली पता चल जाता है कि कोई भी फंक्शनल ग्रुप या फिर एल्काइल ग्रुप कहाँ पे अटैच है, कौन से पोजीशन पे अटैच है, राइट। सो द 6th point is write the number. Clear? Now 7th, the functional group is attached in the name of the carbon with either a prefix, prefix मतलब पहले, जैसे हैलोजन फैमिली है तो हमारे को प्रीफिक्स देना होता है। और जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया था एल्डिहाइड Al, एथर्स O, है ना, O ग्रुप जब लगता है तब एथर आता है, राइट। तो जब भी इस अल्कोहल OL, तो ये जब भी इस तरह के नाम आते हैं तो ये कहाँ लगते हैं? पीछे लगते हैं, ठीक है। सो द टेबल इज गिवन इन योर बुक, प्लीज टर्न ओवर द पेज। This is the particular table which will help you. So I am discussing one by one, right? अगर हैलोजन है, हैलोजन मीन्स ये वाला फैमिली, ब्रोमीन, क्लोरीन, आयोडीन, राइट। अगर ऐसे हैं तो क्लोरो, ब्रोमो, आइडो नाम लगेगा और ये हमेशा क्या होगा? प्रीफिक्स। क्या होगा? प्रीफिक्स। Now if it is an alcohol, all, right? Methanol, ethanol, propanol, पीछे लग रहा है, N के बाद लग रहा है, तो N के बाद क्या लगता है? OL। और मैंने क्या बताया था आप लोगों को? What did I discuss earlier also? Suppose the name is propane, E को काटेंगे, उसकी जगह all लगेगा। Clear? So the 7th point is naming the functional groups. Either it is a prefix for some and for some it is the suffix. So you have to learn this table. एल्डिहाइड Al, कीटोन 1, वो भी पीछे लगता है सफिक्स. कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड, राइट, तो उसका क्या लगता है? ओइक. कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड मैंने क्या बताया था, इफ यू रिमेंबर, दिस इज कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड. तो जब भी इस तरह का फंक्शनल ग्रुप अटैच होगा तो पीछे क्या लगता है? ओइक एसिड. क्या लगेगा? ओइक एसिड. डबल बॉन्ड है तो पीछे क्या लगेगा? ईन. ट्रिपल बॉन्ड है तो पीछे क्या लगेगा? आइन. सिंगल बॉन्ड है तो पीछे क्या लगेगा? एन. सो दिस इज द पर्टिकुलर टेबल विच विल हेल्प यू टू आइडेंटिफाई द how to name the functional group, whether it has to be a suffix or it has to be a prefix. Now, point number 8. If the name of functional group is to be given as a suffix, the name of the carbon chain is modified. Now, 8th point, modify the parent carbon chain. कैसे? ये वाला मेथड. सपोज अब सफिक्स लग रहा है, प्रोपेन है, और सफिक्स क्या लग रहा है? OH लग रहा है. तो OH का OL, OH मतलब क्या? अल्कोहल. OH ऑल लग रहा है. तो कैसे लगेगा? जो भी मॉडिफाई करना पड़ेगा, जो पेरेंट नेम है, पेरेंट नेम क्या है? प्रोपेन. प्रोप मतलब क्या? 3 कार्बन. एन मतलब क्या? सिंगल बॉन्ड. ऑल मतलब क्या? एक हाइड्रोजन कम हो गया और उसकी जगह क्या लग गया है? OH ग्रुप. तो कैसे लगेगा? इस E को काटोगे और ये ऑल इधर आ जाएगा. सो दिस इज स्टेप नंबर 8. क्लियर? If the name of the functional group is to be given as a suffix, the name of the carbon chain is modified by deleting the letter E from the name of what? From the name of the parent hydrocarbon and adding the appropriate. अब OH है, अल्कोहल है, तो ऑल OL कर दिया. सपोज एल्डिहाइड ग्रुप था तो Al लगेगा, लाइक प्रोपेनल, ब्यूटेनल, राइट, हेक्सेनल. अल लगेगा तो कब लगेगा? जब E को काट देंगे और उसकी जगह फिर appropriate suffix को ऐड कर देंगे. So again quickly let us revise. IUPAC naming 8 rules are there in your course as of now. सबसे पहले नंबर ऑफ कार्बन आइडेंटिफाई करो, क्योंकि तभी हमारे को पता चलेगा कि पेरेंट हाइड्रोकार्बन का क्या नाम होगा. प्रोपेन होगा, ब्यूटेन होगा, हेक्स होगा, बुट होगा, डेक होगा, राइट. आइडेंटिफाई द बॉन्ड. सिंगल है, डबल है या ट्रिपल है. सफिक्स जुड़ेगा एन, इन, आइन. देन अकॉर्डिंग टू द बॉन्ड सफिक्स जोड़ो. देन नंबर द कार्बन एटम्स. जो भी नंबरिंग है उसको नंबरिंग करो. नंबरिंग करने के बाद उसमें एल्काइल और फंक्शनल ग्रुप जो भी नंबरिंग कर रहे हो उसको क्या मिलना चाहिए? लीस्ट नंबर मिलना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि आपका अल्कोहल जुड़ा है और उसे आपने नंबर 4 दे दिया है. कोशिश करोगे कि उसे छोटा नंबर मिले, 1 मिले, 2 मिले. और अगर बाई चांस कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं है, 4 ही मिल रहा है, तो मतलब 4 पे ही है, ठीक है. बट कोशिश क्या करना है? उसको छोटा नंबर चाहिए ही चाहिए, ठीक है. राइट द नंबर. सिर्फ नंबरिंग देने से नहीं होगा. आपने स्ट्रक्चर में तो नंबरिंग दे दिया, बट व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग द नेम एंड यू डू नॉट गिव द नंबर, यू जस्ट राइट ब्रोमोप्रोपेन, it will be incorrect. You will not get the marks. Then correct functional group को देखते हुए you have to put a correct prefix or a suffix. Then if it is a prefix or a suffix, accordingly you have to modify. For case of suffix you have to modify the parent hydrocarbon. Clear? So these are the basic 8 steps that you have to remember. Go through these 8 steps again, and right now we will discuss some examples. All right, so far we have discussed the 8 rules which is mentioned under the IUPAC naming. Now there are few examples which we will discuss one by one. What type of questions actually come? They will give you a structure and in the board exam they might ask you give the IUPAC name, IUPAC name, right? Or they might give the vice versa, like they might give you the name, IUPAC name, and then they will ask you to draw the structure, right? So let us see how to name if the structure is given, correct? So the first example, just look here. So what is the first rule that we have learned? It says identify the number of carbons. So how many carbons do I see here? 3. So prop, right? How many carbons do I see? 3. Now next is identify the bond type. What is the bond type? Single bond. So the name will be what? Ane. Propane, right? Now what is the next step? Do we see any functional group out here? Yes, we do see the functional group. Then what is the rule? To give the chain naming in such a way that the functional group or the alkyl group gets the lowest numbering. So in this case, as there are 3 carbon only, so if we go 1, 2, 3 like this, or 1, 2, 3 like this functional group will get the lowest numbering only. Numbering done. Now identify the functional group. So what is the functional group here? It is chlorine. It belongs to halogen family. So if it belongs to halogen family, then what is the name? Under IUPAC naming, chloro. So what is the name? It is chloro. What is another rule? Only numbering will not help. You have to number it also. So what will be the number? Number will be 2. Now make the name. What is the first rule says? The number should be at first to tell you, to indicate you the position of the functional group. As the functional group is halogen family, so it is a prefix, not suffix. So it is 2-chloro. How many carbon? Prop. What is the bond? Ane. So you can write 2-chloropropane. So what is the name? 2-chloropropane. And if vice versa comes, if suppose they give you the name and then they tell you to draw the structure, then what will you do? First identify the carbon. Prop. Prop means 3 carbon, right? Then ane. Ane means single bond. Then 2-chloro, that means at the second position chloro is attached. So give the numbering 1, 2, 3. 2, what is attached? Chloro. Now what is the base formula of propane? C3H8. But as 1-chloro, because it is not di or tri, that means kya hai? 1 hydrogen is less. So how many hydrogens are there? 7. Now put 7 hydrogen. How do we put? 3, 3, 6, 1, 7. Ho gaya? This is how you give the structure. If structure is given, this is how we name it. If name is given, this is the way to draw the structure. Now I will request you draw the particular thing and then we will go to the second one. Alright, now second example. Look at the structure here. So first thing, identify the number of carbons. So how many carbons are here? 1, 2, 3. So base name you will give prop. कार्बन टू कार्बन बॉन्ड चेक करना है, कार्बन टू एनी अदर हेट्रो एटम और हाइड्रोजन नहीं चेक करना. व्हाट यू हैव टू चेक? कार्बन टू कार्बन बॉन्ड. तो कार्बन टू कार्बन सिंगल बॉन्ड, दैट मीन्स एन, दैट मीन्स ये क्या है? प्रोपेन, राइट. नाउ कमिंग टू द फंक्शनल ग्रुप. See this particular functional group out here. Carbon double bond oxygen, single bond hydrogen. So what is this? Aldehyde. What is this? Aldehyde. If aldehyde is there, then the suffix attached is what? Al. Right? तो क्या नाम हो जाएगा? E को काट के al. And correct name is, ऐसे भी छोड़ सकते हैं, प्रोपेनल. और करेक्ट पोजीशन क्या है? 1 पे. 1 पे अटैच है, सो 1 प्रोपेनल. क्लियर? नाउ लेट अस डू वन मोर एग्जांपल. इट इज सिंपल वन. Now, first thing, identify how many carbons are there. There are 3 carbons. So, prop. Chain कहाँ पे है? डबल बॉन्ड आ रहा है, तो डबल बॉन्ड को हमेशा छोटा नंबर देना. तो यहाँ से काउंटिंग स्टार्ट करो. 1 2 3. कार्बन टू कार्बन क्या बॉन्ड है? देखो, डबल. सिंगल भी है, बट डबल होने का मतलब क्या है? इट बिलोंग्स टू अनसैचुरेटेड ग्रुप विच इज डबल बॉन्ड मीन्स एल्कीन, ईन. तो क्या जुड़ेगा? ईन. सो व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर कंपाउंड? प्रोपीन. यू कैन राइट दिस ऑल्सो. यू कैन राइट prop-1-ene. What does it mean? At one position, double bond is there. Both are correct. Right? Now, make a note of this and then we will do one more example. Alright. Now, one more example. Let us see out here. Again, चेक हाउ मेनी. लॉन्गेस्ट चेन में कितने कार्बन है? 3. प्रोप. कौन से पोजीशन? जहाँ पे बॉन्ड होगा उसको छोटा देना है. यू कैन नॉट नेम इट लाइक दिस 1 2 3. ये इनकरेक्ट हो जाएगा. तो करेक्ट क्या होगा? क्लियर? कितना बॉन्ड है कार्बन टू कार्बन? 3. दैट मीन्स आइन प्लस आइन. सो यू कैन राइट इट एज प्रोपाइन. Or if you want to show the position, both are correct. Clear? Now let us do one more. This is interesting one. First thing, you have to identify how many carbons are there. So how many carbons are there? 3. कार्बन कार्बन चेक करो, सिंगल सिंगल बॉन्ड है. दैट मीन्स इट इज व्हाट? प्रोपेन. नाउ एक चीज यहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहा है. यहाँ पे क्या दिखाई दे रहा है? एक फंक्शनल ग्रुप दिखाई दे रहा है. नाउ लुक एट दिस फंक्शनल ग्रुप. व्हाट इज इट? C double bond O and single OH. What is this? Carboxylic एसिड. कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड का सफिक्स क्या जुड़ता है? ओइक एसिड. अगर पहले वाला, इफ यू रिमेंबर द स्ट्रक्चर, पहले वाला जो हमने इससे किया था, वहां पे क्या था? कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड O, सिंगल बॉन्ड H. ये था फंक्शनल ग्रुप में. तो वो इसमें और इसमें फर्क है. राइट? देयर इज अ डिफरेंस. सो ये क्या है? दिस इज योर एल्डिहाइड. इस तरह से पहचानते हैं. पहचानो. देखो, डबल बॉन्ड O, बट सिंगल बॉन्ड OH. यहाँ पे सिंगल H ओनली. सो दिस इज एल्डिहाइड. इसका सफिक्स एल. एंड कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड, इसका सफिक्स ओइक. राइट? नाउ कम्स द नंबरिंग. यू हैव टू गिव द नंबर वेर देर इज अ फंक्शनल ग्रुप. सबसे छोटा नंबर मिलना चाहिए. सो दैट शुड गेट व्हाट? 1. और ओइक एसिड जुड़ेगा. इज इट करेक्ट? 1 propanoic acid? No, it is not correct. Why? Because we have to drop this E. So it is what? Propanoic acid or 1 propanoic acid. Make a note of this. Then we will do few more are there. All right. Now one more example. See here. Very simple. You can quickly identify this. Now, how many carbon? 3. Single bond in. Now, do we see a functional group? Yes, very well, one functional group is there. Alcohol. So, what is the suffix? All. Which position? 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3? Which one I will accept? 3 here or 1 here? 1 here. The 3 one incorrect. So I will write 1 position. Then all is the suffix. Will I write like this? No. I will drop this E. So it becomes what? 1 propanol. 1 propanol. Now look one more. How many carbon? 3 prop, single bond in. Do we see a functional group? Yes, we see the functional group. Now give the numbering. 1, 2, 3. So what is the numbering out here? 2. OH all, right? Eco drop. So it becomes 2 propanol. ऑल क्या इंडिकेट करता है कि एक फंक्शनल ग्रुप अटैच है. किस तरह का फंक्शनल ग्रुप अटैच है? OH. कौन सी जगह पे अटैच है? सेकेंड जगह पे अटैच है. पेरेंट बॉडी क्या है? 3 कार्बन का है. एन मतलब क्या है? सिंगल. कार्बन कार्बन के बीच में सिंगल है, राइट? नाउ अनदर वन, लुक हियर. कितने कार्बन है? 2 कार्बन है. तो 2 कार्बन होने से क्या नाम है? एथ. कार्बन टू कार्बन सिंगल बॉन्ड है. सो दैट मीन्स इट इज इथेन. डू वी सी एनी फंक्शनल ग्रुप? यस. C double bond O or OH. What is this? Oic acid, carboxylic acid. और कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड है तो इसका फंक्शनल ग्रुप पीछे सफिक्स क्या जुड़ता है? सॉरी, ओइक एसिड. कौन सी पोजीशन? 1, 2 की 1, 2. विच वन? यस, द स्मॉलेस्ट वन, 1. सो 1 ई को काटो, ओइक एसिड. सो व्हाट इज द नेम? 1 ethanoic acid. You will not write the name like this. You will write the name like this. Clear? So make a note of this, and with this example we finish the IUPAC naming. Clear? Practice more and more. You will find them on Google, or if you do the Google search, or in your book, or in your reference book. And if you have any queries, just call me. I will try to solve them out for you. All right? So here we move on to the next topic, industrial sources and major use of some carbon compounds. So some common carbon compounds like methane, ethene, where are they found? Where are they used, right? This is what we are going to discuss. So please open your book, page number 139. Industrial source and major use of some carbon compounds. The first one is methane. Methane, CH4. Methane is also known as marsh gas, or it is sometimes also called as bob gas. Methane is the first member of the alkane family. 1 carbon, right? It is commonly called as marsh gas. How it is produced? It is produced by bacterial decomposition of dead plants. The biggest source of methane is the natural gas. Now you must have come across a few places, like especially when we move across the area of Matigara, there you find that there is a dumping area, many swampy area, the plants are there, like, and dust garbages are thrown there, so there is a bacterial decomposition that is taking place. And whenever we cross that Matigara area, what happens? What we do? Very correct. Why so? Because which gas is liberated from there? A small amount of methane gas is liberated out there, and it makes that particular place what? Marshy, swampy, right? And also this gas is called as swampy gas along with the marsh gas. And it contains about what? The natural gas, it contains 80% of methane and 10% of ethane. Ethane is 10% and 80% is what? Methane. This is a very common question that is asked, that what is the percentage composition of methane in natural gas? What is the percentage composition of methane in natural gas? So 80% is methane and 10% is ethane. Remember this thing, where? In natural gas. It is objective question. Now methane also occurs in coal gas. Wherever there is a coal and we dig out coal, the methane gas is also liberated there, and because of this liberation of methane gas, many accidents do take place in the coal beds. You must have heard in your news that a fire caught out, right? So how this fire is caught in that particular coal bed? Because what happens, maybe methane, this natural gas, was liberated while digging off the coal, and accidentally somebody may have lit the matchstick and it catches the fire, or maybe due to the electrical spark the fire was caught in that particular area. Now where is this methane gas is used? Methane is used as a fuel for domestic uses. It is used in the production of methanol, formaldehyde, methyl chloride, carbon tetrachloride, etc. It is also used in the manufacture of carbon black. The carbon black, the black color that is added into the rubber to give the black color to the tire tubes. It is also used in your shoe polishes, right? And the printing ink, that also contains what? Carbon black. So the question can come like, what is methane? From where it can be found? What is the composition of natural gas? Or give two uses of methane gas. So out of these 4 points, you can write any 2 points, right? Now after methane, we have next is ethene. C2H4. What is this? Ethene. This is the first member of the homologous family alkene. What is the common name? Ethylene. In many books you will find ethylene also written along with ethene. So now where do we find this ethene gas? Ethylene is the first member of alkene series. Industrially, ethylene is obtained by catalytic cracking of petroleum. Now what is this catalytic cracking of petroleum? Petroleum is actually a huge big molecular compound, right? So if we add a catalyst and then we break that big molecular formula into small molecular compounds, right? That process is called as catalytic cracking of petroleum. That is, now here it is, they are explaining. Actually petroleum is made up of different hydrocarbons. In your junior classes, class 7th and 8th also you have studied like the catalytic cracking of petroleum, right? The different products that we obtain from the petroleum, like you obtain petrol, diesel, paraffin wax, asphalt, right? So that particular process where we take a big molecular formula and add a catalyst, and then it is broken down into small compounds of small molecular formula, that is called as catalytic cracking of petroleum. That is the process by which high molecular weight fraction from crude oil, we know that the oil that is extracted, right, that is called what? Crude oil, because it is a combination of different molecular formulas and products actually, which we separate out the fractional distillation of petroleum. That is why the term is given what? Crude oil. Are broken into lower molecular weight substances at high temperature and in presence of a catalyst. That is why the whole process is called as catalytic. Catalytic means we are using a catalyst. Now what is a catalyst? Catalysts are those substances which do not undergo the reaction, but they speed up the reaction, right? Like some of your friends चुगली करके दोस्ती करा तुड़वा देते हैं, झगड़ा कराते हैं, राइट, बट खुद झगड़े में इन्वॉल्व नहीं होते हैं. सो दैट दोज टाइप ऑफ सब्सटेंस आर कॉल्ड एज कैटलिस्ट. Some fractions of petroleum are decomposed completely to produce ethylene through steam thermal cracking. So ethylene को कैसे प्रोड्यूस किया जाता है? जब हम कैटालिटिक थर्मल क्रैकिंग ऑफ पेट्रोलियम करते हैं, और वो कैसा है? स्टीम, यानी कि भाप देते हैं. भाप क्यों दिया जाता है? टू गिव द हाई टेम्परेचर, बिकॉज यू नो in comparison to hot water, the temperature of steam is more. So what are the uses of ethylene? Ethylene or ethene is used in synthesize many industrially important polymers such as polythene. जब हम पॉलीथीन बनाते हैं उसमें मेजर कंपाउंड जो हम यूज़ करते हैं वो दैट इज इथीन और इथाइलिन. और when we make the polyvinyl chloride PVC pipes, तब भी मेजर प्रोडक्ट क्या यूज़ होता है? इथीन. Large quantities of ethylene are produced to synthesize ethyl alcohol. Ethylene is used for ripening of fruits. Now you must have heard ना these days कि फ्रूट को तोड़ के रख देते हैं गोडाउन में और फिर इसको ripen करते हैं. So how it is ripened? With the use of ethylene it is ripened. Ethylene is also used for producing high temperature flames which are used for cutting and welding of metal sheets. अब कई बार हम लोगों ने देखा होगा whenever we cross the welders, right, they have a torch kind of a thing और उसमें से high flame निकलता है. So that time what is the substance that is used in those torches is the ethene or ethylene. Now next is acetylene. Excuse me. What is acetylene? Ethyne. It is the first member of the homologous family alkyne, and this is also called as what? Acetylene. Ethyne is made industrially from petroleum through cracking, same method. For example, thermal cracking of butane. अब अगर हम ब्यूटेन लेते हैं, राइट, तो ब्यूटेन का अगर थर्मल क्रैकिंग मीन्स हाई टेम्परेचर देकर उसको अगर छोटे पार्ट में तोड़ा जाता है तो कौन सा प्रोडक्ट हमें मिलता है? इथाइन. और ब्यूटेन का फॉर्मूला क्या है? C4H10, 4 कार्बन. तो वहाँ से हमारे को देखो क्या मिल गया, ये, ठीक है. तो हमने क्या किया? बड़े मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला को तोड़ के छोटे में कन्वर्ट किया, एंड दैट प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? क्रैकिंग. And in presence of steam yields what? It yields ethyne. Ethyne is also made industrially by partial combustion of natural gas. Ethyne is also produced industrially by arc process in which electric discharge is passed through a mixture of propane and butane. Please underline, because if a question comes that what is arc process, then you will write arc process is the process in which Electrical discharge is passed through a mixture of propane and butane to produce what? Ethyne. And it is produced where? Industrially, right? So if a question comes, what is our process? Then what you will write? It is a process or industrial process in which electrical discharge is passed through a mixture of propane and butane to produce what? To produce ethyne. Now, what are the uses of ethyne? Ethyne is used in oxyacetylene torch, which again the welders use for cutting of metals. वो जो flame दिखाई देता है ना torch में से कर करके काटता है, that one. It is used as a starting material for synthesis of ethyl alcohol, acetaldehyde, acetic acid. So when we have to produce these compounds, ethyl alcohol, acetaldehyde and acetic acid, the first product that is used, that is also ethyne, right? And also it is used in the manufacturing of PVC, polyvinyl chloride pipes, polyvinyl ethers, neoprene rubbers, right? Now the next one is LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. Yes, very common, you have heard this word. LPG is an abbreviated form of liquefied petroleum gas. It is a mixture. So a question comes, what is LPG? So LPG is a mixture of propane and butane. So what is LPG? LPG is a mixture of propane and butane. This is 1 mark question, just like this. If a question comes, in natural gas, what is the percentage composition of methane? Then what you will write? 80%. Just like that. Objective question, what is the composition of LPG? So the composition of LPG, it is propane and butane. LPG is prepared by refining petroleum or extracted from natural gas streams as they emerge from the ground. Uses of LPG, very common, domestic purpose. LPG is the most common source of fuel which is used for cooking. LPG burns much clearer. Now why do we use this LPG? Because when we burn this LPG, it burns very clearly. आपने देखा होगा अगर चूल्हा में बर्तन रखते हैं तो वो काला हो जाता है, उसमें सूट फॉर्मेशन होता है. बट अगर LPG में खाना पक रहा है तो वो बर्तन काला नहीं होता है, राइट? क्योंकि उसमें सूट फॉर्मेशन नहीं होता है. It gives a very nice blue color flame. That is why it is called as clean fuel. A question can be asked, which fuel is considered as a clean fuel? That time what you will write? LPG. Clear? LPG burns much more clearly than petrol and diesel. It has high calorific value. High calorific value मतलब थोड़ा सा जलता है और enormous amount of heat energy देता है. So it is used to fuel internal combustion engine. These engines are used in various automobiles. LPG is also used to produce electricity. Now the next thing, fifth one, CNG, compressed natural gas. Yes, you have again heard this word. Most of the vehicles that we are switching over to is now what? CNG, compressed natural gas. Natural gas को compress करके cylinders में भरते हैं. What is it? It is basically methane gas stored at high pressure. It is methane gas at high pressure. What are the uses? CNG has a high calorific value and burns very clearly. So this can be used in place of petrol and diesel. That is what most of the vehicles we are now doing it, right? CNG propelled vehicles are becoming more and more popular due to their clean burning and high calorific value. थोड़ा सा लगता है, ज़्यादा एनर्जी देता है, उसके बाई प्रोडक्ट्स environment को गंदा नहीं करते हैं, right? In various parts of the world, use of CNG and LPG propelled automobiles are being encouraged, and in our country also it is being encouraged. CNG is widely used for industrial applications also. It provides the starting material for various products. जब various products like plastics, fertilizers we have to make and many types of fabrics, that time CNG is also used as a starting material. Natural gas is the second most energy source in industry, trailing only to electricity. So after electricity, which is the second source of energy, right, that is natural gas. Remember this thing, again objective question. CNG is used as building block for methanol, again which is used for many industrial application. Now what is syngas? From CNG only we can develop syngas. This is again most important question that is asked under objective question, that what is syngas? Syngas or synthetic gas is a mixture of hydrogen and carbon oxide. तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, CNG को convert करते हैं. CNG is converted into synthetic gas. CNG is converted into synthetic gas, which is a mixture of hydrogen and carbon oxide. So what is synthetic gas? If a question comes, syngas or synthetic gas. So CNG is converted into syngas or synthetic gas, right? And it is a mixture of hydrogen and carbon oxides. And it is again important material for various commercial important materials. CNG is also used to manufacture a wide range of chemicals such as ammonia, methanol, butane, ethane, propane and acetic acid. So under this particular topic, what is the thing that you have to remember? Many objective questions are asked. Apart from objective questions, there are 2 mark questions which is based upon the source where it is found and what are the uses of these 5 different things. How many are there? Methane is there, then ethene is there, then ethyne, LPG and then CNG. Under CNG, 1 more question is added, that what is syngas or synthetic gas. Methane, you have marsh gas, swamp gas, bob gas, right? So this much if you prepare, 2 to 3 marks easily you can get from this particular small section. Thank you.